Good afternoon, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. Today's Thursday, September 16, 2021. So what I wanted to talk about today, guys, was it's kind of obvious that America and the United States, as we knew it, I don't think that exists anymore, if it ever did. But it seems like every day more stuff's coming out that just boggles the mind. That makes you ask yourself, is this really happening? One of the things that I wanted to talk about was just one of the things was the development of General Milley, which came out a couple of days ago about him being in contact with his counterpart in China, basically telling the Chinese that if the United States government were to launch nuclear weapons against China, that he would let them know, basically. So first of all, honestly, I don't really believe anything that comes out anymore in the mainstream. To me, I feel like, it's just too incredible, guys. It's just too incredible, guys. That's treason, right? And anyway, before I get off topic, if that is true, what this general said, it just proves that it just goes to show that we're not really living in the America we thought we did. Honestly, guys, I don't think the things that we're seeing, like with the general, I think it's always been like that. In my opinion, the elites or the powers that be, they're just dropping all that pretense. Okay, I don't think the American president, if he ever did, it's been a long time that he ever had that kind of power. But let's say that yes, the president is a commander-in-chief, and he had that power. Okay, that is very serious for this general to have done that. And that's why I don't think he's gonna get punished, because we're not living in the old America, like I said, if it ever was. In all seriousness, that chain of command is there for a reason. In case some other country launches nukes against us, there can be hesitation, right? There can't be any hesitation or what's the word I'm looking for? There can't be any hesitation or because there's the leadership, the military leadership or whatever they can't make up their mind. I don't think that's the way it goes. It's just very strange to me. In other words, guys, I think America is totally gone. At least when it comes to that. What can you believe? What can you believe these days, right? So the other news or whatever that I wanted to talk about that shows that we're not in America anymore. America does not exist as at least the America we knew it is. I just saw a report today, a news story from Del Rio, in the city of Del Rio, in the Texas border, and I guess the international bridge there they're holding people coming up from Mexico, right, to process them. But all those people, most of the people, from what I can see under that bridge, the majority were people from Haiti. And I was like, man, how, that's what I always say. I mean, it's not just people from Mexico that are coming up, or people from Guatemala or Central America. I mean, you got all kinds of people that are coming into the country. And to me, that's just an invasion. The media's not going to call it that, but it's just an invasion. And it's being done by the leadership, by the local leadership or whatever. I mean, I don't know who gets to decide, that the borders are going to be open, or, you know what I'm saying? But it all looks, I mean, to me, when I look at these things, it just blows my mind. So we have all these people coming through that are not even from this hemisphere. You got people from Africa, from Africa. You got people from North Africa. You got people from the Middle East. You got people from Somalia. Just got people from all kinds of places. And if you look at it, they're all from third world countries, the majority. They're not letting in any people from, quote unquote civilized countries. They're not letting in scientists or people that are going to contribute to the country, to the nation. So that's why, I mean, there's no rule of law, guys. You have all these stimulus packages that are being passed around, and that's destroying our currency. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. You got all these all this money that's being given out through the IRS, giving out like the child tax credit. We have these stimulus packages, which is just really, I mean, they're printing money for the ruling class, guys. That's all it is. And they're looting the country. They're getting it at zero interest. It's just, I mean, that's... And all these stories, by the way, guys, I'll leave links in the description so that y'all can check them out for yourselves. If you don't understand what happens when money's created here in America, you should look into it, because basically they're looting us. You can say they're stealing from the future, but really, I mean, it's just it's just numbers on a keyboard, guys, right? But with those numbers, with that imaginary money, they can actually buy assets. So, it is money. I mean, they use it as a means of exchange, and and the ones that are going to be liable for it is supposedly the taxpayer. Okay, so, I mean, and it's ramped up since the pandemic started. I mean, the U.S. national debt has gone up by like in a year and a half, it's gone up like $4 trillion. It's all the way up to like 28 trillion, something like that. 28.7 trillion. So, of all these things, guys, the most important thing, and I might have mentioned it on my last video, but it feels to me like our country's being shut down little by little. Like it's grinding to a halt. We're starting to get a lot of pushback. We're starting to see a lot of pushback from people over the jab. They want to make it mandatory. There's all kinds of things up in there about that. But if these things come to pass, where they do make, where they're making it mandatory. A lot of the hospitals, there's a lot of hospitals all around the country where they're very short-staffed, and not because they're being so much overwhelmed with people that are sick per se. It's just that the staff's quitting. I think what's gonna happen, guys, too, is if you follow the economy, right, and what's happening with our economy is that the thing is that our economy is contracting very fast. In other words, the GDP is getting smaller. There's money out there, right, that they're printing, but it's only staying in very small hands. It's not circulating through the economy. And I get the feeling, like I was saying the other day, that it makes sense. The Deagle report makes sense, but it seems like little by little they're gonna shut down the economy. I don't know if that's possible, but nothing is off the table for me. And so, could there be a massive depopulation agenda going on? Yeah, of course there is. I believe there is. But can they carry it out? That's the question. Can they carry it out? I think they can. I think it's possible. If they shut down the whole country the last time, I mean, they showed they could do it. And will people this time just say no? I mean, we're not going to do it. We're not going to go along with it. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I'm not too optimistic because of how so many people are going along with the agendas right now. But I remain hopeful because there is so many people that are finally starting to speak out, and they're just not complying. They're standing up for themselves, or they're not going along with it. And so, with whatever agendas are out there, take your pick. But a lot of people are starting to speak out. A lot of people are not going along. They're not complying, and that's good. So, looking at the supply chain, that's being talked about a lot. How there's not so much a shortage, but there's little disruptions here and there, and so supplies are not really getting there like they're supposed to the stores, or different products, right? Electronics, some food items, whatever. I see it because I work as a maintenance guy, and sometimes it takes, I mean, they're back ordered for months, a lot of the things I need. Luckily, guys, I'm a prepper, right? And the way I prep for my household, I also prep like that for work. I'm always well stocked. I have a budget that I'm allotted, and usually I use that budget. I go to the limit. I normally don't go over. Only in an emergency. So I'm always, at least for my property, I know what I need, and I normally, most times I have more than enough. Every once in a while, I might run out and have to order like during the month, but I usually try to stay with parts. So in case there's an emergency after hours, the guys that are on call, they don't have any problems finding parts. It's there in the shop, whatever. So I use my like I said, the way I prepare my household, I prepare for at work the same way. That way my residents, they don't go without, or they don't have to wait for too long to get their stuff fixed. So, which is good. But I've noticed a lot of appliances, especially fridges, are long wait time. Even things like joint compound, the mix, I use the 20, the one that sets like in 20 minutes. I do my work pretty fast, so I don't want to be there waiting for like a day for my stuff to dry, for wall work and stuff like that, for drywall. That's taking long. For some reason, I have different suppliers, so different suppliers are having different problems, but you're starting to see that in the maintenance field. But I wonder that my worry is like with the food, are we gonna be forced into some kind of? Are they gonna do that? Because with the food is how you control people. So I guess my point, guys, is like I always say, don't stop prepping, man. Don't stop. Just get a little bit at a time. But I mean, how much time do we have? I don't know. These people, they're not gonna tell us, but they leave us clues, right? So, like yesterday, I went and bought me a 25-pound bag of rice. Or actually, that was today. 25-pound bag of rice. Day before that, I bought maybe 10 different cans of canned food, mixed vegetables, a couple of cans of pineapple. I forgot what else, but roast beef. Maybe altogether, maybe 10 or 12 cans. And I just put them on my pantry, on my, I just put them there. And, when I go to the store again some other time, I'll get some more. And it's just steadily adding up, guys. It's very rare now that I go and have to buy a big old prep day where I go and I buy cases and cases of cans. I don't have to do that because throughout the year I'm just steadily adding to it. March, April, May, June, July, August. You know what, guys? This month of September will be a year and a half where honestly, I'll say in March, when this health crisis started, is when I really. Before that, I'd be lying. I'd be lying and to call myself a prepper, even though I was prepped with other things, but there's no way I was not prepared. But I'll tell you what, though, when this started, right when it was starting to kick off, that I knew something was going to go on in February, I started really picking up my pace, really getting into it. So in that year and a half, I've been able to accumulate a good food storage for my family. And guys, I mean, we have loved ones. You know that a lot of our families do not prepare. They do not prepare. No matter how many times we warn them, no matter even what they see, they might see what's going on. So I have to prepare for them too. I'm not gonna turn away my family. My grandkids, of course not. I prepare for them too. So just keep stocking up, guys. Don't stop. Your food, your water. You just never know. Medical supplies. We're going into the fall already. Next week is first day of fall. After that, winter comes by very fast. September, October, November they just go by. So just stock up, guys. Stock up for your families. You never know. Well, y'all have a great day, guys. Y'all take care of each other and love each other out there, because that's what we're here for. God bless.